Awesome. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to our Saturday morning yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. We're going to go ahead and get started with a little breathing exercise. So, whatever position you feel best in, an easy seated pose or a thunderbolt position, we're just going to gently allow our gaze to soften, our eyes to close, taking a nice deep inhale and slow exhale out. Just feeling the crown of your head rise, the shoulders falling away from the ears. Your chest is open. We're going to start with our crow's peak breath, which is a really great breath for when it's hot outside and you want to kind of cool down. You know, just make a tight circle with your lips. And that's what we're going to breathe through here as we inhale. And exhale. Just trying to relax through the body, except for the lips there. There might be held tight. Just taking a few breaths like this. Being sure to breathe deep into the belly and ribs. And exhaling the air all the way out. Coming into this present moment. It's just you and your practice, your body, trying to just set an intention to maintain internal awareness throughout the practice, to maintain awareness of the breath, and to let all else go. It's just you and your mat. We're going to go ahead and get started here. So, in standing, if you want to stand and join me at the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart, just finding a nice even grounding through the feet, standing nice and tall, tucking the pelvis, rolling those shoulders back and away from the ears. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, lifting arms overhead. The left hand is going to grab the right wrist, and we're going to exhale. Just do a gentle side bend to the right, to the left, gazing up, breathing into that side body. And then we'll inhale, come back through center. Switch the wrist, grabbing the left wrist this time. We'll inhale, reach it up high. And then exhale, take a side bend to the right this time, gazing up. Inhale, we'll come back through center. And then we're going to exhale, bend the knees gently as we release the chest over the legs. Let the head hang. We're going to inhale, round through the spine, all the way back up to standing, arms overhead. Inhale, maybe do a little gentle back bend. And then we'll exhale, release once again, all the way forward. Inhaling, bending the knees, rounding the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll round all the way up to standing, reaching arms overhead. Inhale, maybe a gentle back bend, opening the chest. And then we'll exhale, release into a forward fold, bending those knees generously, releasing the head. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, hang. Letting the upper body go here. We're gonna inhale, straighten through the legs, lengthen through the spine, halfway lift, shoulders away from the ears. We'll exhale, release into a forward fold, planting the hands, stepping the feet back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin fall to the mat. Inhale, we're just going to gently pull up and forward with the chest. And then exhale, bending the knees, push it all the way back to child's pose. Really reaching those fingertips forward. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to just make our way to tabletop, pushing the hips up. We'll just cows here. Inhale, pull the navel down, open the chest, gaze up. Exhale, push and round through the spine, pulling those shoulder blades away, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, open, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round through the spine. Just point those fingertips back towards you now, pressing into the bottoms of the hands. Maybe round it out a little bit here with the hips. And then we're just going to flip the hands onto the other side, the fingers still pointing towards you. Just gently push those hips back a little bit. Perfect. Releasing the palms here. We're going to inhale, reach the sky with the left hand. And then exhale, thread the hand under the armpit, coming to rest the shoulder inside of the head on the ground. We're threading the needle here. You can take this right hand and put it in front of you or put it even behind to the left hip for a deeper twist. Releasing the right hand down by under your shoulder. We're going to inhale, press and lift that left arm back up to the sky. And exhale, release it down. Taking it to the other side here. Inhale, right arm reaches up. And then exhale, we're going to thread the right arm under the left as we release our head to the ground and do whatever we like with that left arm. Maybe behind the back to the right hip if you'd like a deeper stretch. Breathe. And then we'll release the left hand under the shoulder, press and reach the right arm up. Exhale, release it back down into our tabletop. We're just going to walk the hands forward, sliding the chest right onto the ground underneath of us into our puppy pose. Gazing forward or even resting the forehead on the mat if you'd like to. Bend the elbows and put the hands in prayer. For deeper stretch into the triceps. That's always an option. Just do whatever you feel through the whole practice, taking whatever modifications. Taking a deep breath here. We're going to exhale round through the spine, releasing it all the way onto the ground. Hands plant under the shoulders, and we inhale, press into a cobra, lifting it up, squeeze those glutes. And then exhale, tuck the back toes, we release into a down dog. We're just going to walk our down dog out here, pedaling the feet, adding some nice movements. And we'll add some movement with the spine here. We're going to just round through the spine. And as we lower, we're going to squeeze the glutes to protect the back, dropping the hips all the way down and rounding up into a cobra. Inhale. Exhale, we push back, lead with the hips into our down dog. We're going to take this movement a few times. So inhale, roll it down. The hips come down as they really squeeze the glutes and we protect the back, opening, pushing that chest forward. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, round through the spine, just being aware of the length of your spine here. Reaching up into your cobra. And exhale, pushing it back. One more time, we inhale, drop the hips, open the chest into our cobra. Exhale, release the chest down, extend the arms forward. We're gonna take some lotus here. On the inhale, we'll put the arms behind us, lift the chest. You also have the option to lift the feet as we do this as well. Up to you. Exhale, we'll release forward. Inhale, arms come back. We lift into lotus. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. We're gonna do one more here. Inhale, lift. We're gonna hold here for a moment. Really feel that strong back. If your feet are lifted, feel your strong legs and glutes. Inhale and exhale. Release arms under your shoulders here. We're just gonna inhale, press up into our cobra. If you'd like to lift the thighs off the ground into an upward dog, you may. Exhale, we'll release it back into our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Really letting those hips lift up high. The chest is coming back towards the thighs. Our head is falling away from the ears. We'll inhale, extend the right leg up into our three-legged dog, trying to keep those hips nice and square. And then we'll exhale, open the hips. That back right foot is reaching for the left glute. Really stack and open here. And then we're going to bend the knee. And then we're going to exhale, take this knee to our left opposite elbow. Extend the leg back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, we'll tuck the knee into the chest, pull it, engage the core. Exhale, extend back to down, three-legged dog. And then one more. We exhale, take this knee to the right elbow, the same elbow. And here we're going to release into our pigeon pose, just letting that knee fall to the ground. Maybe seeing if you'd like to parallel the shin to the mat a little bit to make it a deeper stretch, up to you. We're just going to inhale, open the chest here. And exhale, release our chest down. If you feel like it, taking a nice deep breath here in our pigeon. Inhaling, we're going to push our chest up. We're going to take a deer position with our legs. So the front leg is trying to be parallel to the top of the mat, the shin. And this back leg is going to bend and become parallel with our hip, the knee is. And we're just going to gently twist and fold our body over to the right. Inhaling back up. We're going to take this back left leg, swing it in front of us, and extend the leg into a nice stretch. You can pull this bottom right leg in closer towards you for some more stability here. Just pull this left leg up, try to straighten the spine, inhale. And then we'll exhale, open the left leg out to the side. Then we're going to take it all the way across, bending the knee and coming into a shoelace position, trying to stack our knees on top of each other. So the right foot is by the left hip, the left foot is by the right hip. We're going to inhale, sit tall, and just exhale. See if you can full forward, get into the stretch a little bit deeper. We really want to get into the inner hips here. Making sure both of your sit bones are planted. Perfect. Just another deep breath. We'll inhale, come back up. We're just going to plant the hands in front of us and lift the hips, unwrapping the legs. We're back in our tabletop and we're going to push into our downward facing dog. Taking it to the other side here. The left foot Inhale, reaches up nice and straight. We're squaring the hips out. From here, we're gonna stack the hips. Let that left foot fall towards the right glute. Open the chest. Really try to keep square through the shoulders. On the exhale, we're gonna flip the hips, bend the knee, and try to touch opposite right elbow. Inhale, we press back up into three-legged dog, extend the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it into the chest. Inhale, extend all the way back up. Exhale, bend the knee. We're going to touch the left elbow this time on the right hand. And then we're just going to drop the knee, coming into our pigeon. Trying to square the hips out. That's probably what's most important. Just rounding that right hip down to the ground. We'll inhale, lift open with the chest. And exhale, fold. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, we push it back up. We're going to take that back leg and bend it, bringing it in line with our right hip. Maybe trying to see if we can bring the front shin more parallel to the top of the mat. We're just going to roll the body over to the left here. Just twist it over and kind of bring the chest down to the ground. Inhaling back up. We're going to swing the back leg all the way to the front. Take that bottom left leg, maybe bring it in closer to you. We're just going to reach up, extend that right leg. Inhale, maybe see if you can pull it in closer to you. Really relaxing through the body here. Try not to tense in our stretches. We'll inhale, open it out to the right side. Get into the hip a little. And then here's where we'll exhale, cross it all the way over, bend the knee, and come into a shoelace position. Really trying to bring the knees in line with each other. You can experiment with your feet. See if you can push them out and away more, maybe in more. See what gives you more of a stretch in the hips. Taking a deep breath. And exhale, releasing the body over, making sure both of those sit bones stay planted. Deep breaths. We'll inhale, press it back up. We're just going to plant the hands in front of us, lift the hips, unravel our legs, coming right back into our tabletop and pushing it back into our down dog. Perfect. Just take a nice cleansing breath here. And then from here, we're just going to flow it out. We'll inhale round into our plank. Exhale, tuck the elbows in as we take a chaturanga. Push up. Inhale, open the chest up. We're upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the heels, bending the knees. We're going to step or hop our way to the top of the mat, releasing into a forefold. Inhaling all the way up to standing arms overhead. Exhale, release. We're going to open our feet out wide, pointing toes 45 degrees out. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, sit the hips all the way down into a squat. Really push it, using your elbows to push the knees away. Sitting nice and tall here, not collapsing into the glutes. We're going to plant the hands here. The left foot can stay where it is. The right foot's going to step all the way back. We're right into a lizard pose from here. Point the left front toes forward. And then we're inhale, reach the left arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hand comes down, and we pivot the back toes to face up. The knee faces up as our hips come to sink down towards our left heel, and we're in a skandasana. I'll turn to face you here. From here, we're gonna inhale, reach the right arm up, left arm drops. If you'd like, you could try to take a bind around this bent left leg, grabbing the hands behind the knees. Just open the chest, gaze up. Perfect. Exhaling, release the hands. We're gonna pivot to come back to face forward as our lizard, our hips facing down, and we're just gonna heel toe this left foot in between the hands. Inhale, reach up high into a low lunge. Inhale and exhale. Planting the hands down, we're just gonna gently push the hips back, straighten through that front left leg. Squaring the hips out. Inhale, lengthen. If you already feel sensation, just hold here. Or if you're feeling good, you can exhale, release the chest forward. We're going to inhale, come up, tuck the back toes and straighten through the back knee, point the front toes forward. We're kind of in a pyramid variation, making sure to still square the hips out, maybe give yourself a little fold or really just try to extend long through the spine. We're going to bend through that front knee. Inhale, reach up into our high lunge. Adding some movement here, we're going to kind of straighten the front leg a little bit. On the exhale, we're going to bend our arms into cactus and bend low through that front knee. Inhale, we kind of extend. Exhale, we bend low. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Get nice and deep in that high lunge. Inhale, extend. Exhale, high lunge. Just hold it here. Engage the glutes. Feel nice and strong through the legs. Open the chest and our cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. Taking a nice deep breath. Then we're going to inhale, extend through the arms, pivot the back toes to face the long side of the mat as we sink into our warrior two, bending 90 degrees with that front knee. Arms come parallel to the ground and we gaze over that front fingertip. Tuck in the pelvis here. Perfect. From here, we're just going to jump the back foot in like a foot, straighten through the front knee. We'll inhale, pull the fingertips forward, and then exhale, release the body into a triangle pose. Trying not to put too much weight on that bottom hand if you can, and really trying to lengthen through the side body. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale, press it back up. We're going to pivot the back toes so that they're now facing 45 degrees in the corner. And we're going to bend through the front knee. So we're in a warrior one. The hands are going to interlace behind the back. Inhale, push down with the fist, open the chest. Exhale, pull that chest forward. We're going to try to bring the left shoulder to the left knee as we come down into a humble warrior. Really lift that knuckle overhead, get into the shoulders. Perfect. From here, we're going to release the hands. The left hand is going to plant inside that foot. We're going to pivot, coming into a side plank. Take that left leg that was bent. We're going to place it in a tree position on our leg. So you could do it on the calf. You can do it on the inner thigh. Just avoid the knee. From here, we're going to take a flow with our tree pose. So we're going to exhale, ground both hands in plank, keep the tree. We're going to exhale, lower into a chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest, cobra. Exhale, push it back to a down dog. Now this is the hard part. You can feel free to remove the leg if you need to. We're going to try to jump or step a few times to the top of the mat with our tree pose. I have a hard time. And then we're going to inhale, lift it all the way up into a tree, into standing. No worries if you need to come back and just fall out and meet me here. We're gonna just squeeze everything together, standing nice and tall, finding a point of focus, perhaps a drishti. We're gonna release the tree leg, keeping it bent, the left knee. We're gonna cross it over the right leg and just gently bend that through that right knee. We're coming into an eagle pose. So you can either just cross the legs or maybe that bottom ankle can wrap around the standing leg too. We're gonna take our right arm underneath of our left as we interlace them, maybe through the wrists, and just pull those fingertips up as you sink the hips down. And then we'll inhale, release, coming into standing. You can shake out the leg here if you'd like. Just finding your breath, coming back to standing. We're gonna once again open the feet, pointing them out 45 degrees. Inhale, reach the arm up. And exhale, bend the knees and sink the hips all the way down. Finding a nice, strong yogic squat here. We'll release the hands to plant. The right foot stays where it is, and the left foot steps all the way back. We'll point the right toes forward here. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale down. We're gonna pivot our hips and chest to face the long side of the mat, sinking the hip down towards the right heel. Left toes point up into our skandasana. You can just stay here. Maybe you need your hands planted a little bit. If you like, you can drop the right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And then exhale, see if you want to bind around that bent left right leg. We're going to plant the hands. And once again, we're going to pivot so we're facing the short edge of the mat, the front of the mat again. We're in our lizard pose, dropping the back knee. We're going to heel toe the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, reach it high into the low lunge. Exhale. Actually, just take a few breaths here. Just take an extra breath or two, really just letting those hips release. We're going to exhale, release the hands to frame the foot, and just push the hips back as we straighten through the front knee. We'll inhale, lengthen through the spine, and if it feels comfortable, exhale, fold. We're going to tuck the back toes from here, straighten through the back knee, point the front toes, taking a bit of a pyramid variation. I find I get the most stretch here if I just lengthen through the spine. But you can also fold, just really squaring the hips. Left hip is coming forward. From here, we're going to inhale, bend through the front knee and reach the arms all the way up into a high lunge. Just kind of straightening through that knee a little bit. We're going to exhale, bend the knee 90 degrees, take our cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend and squeeze the elbows. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale one more time. We're going to hold here really straight through that back leg, 90-degree bend through the front knee. Inhale, opening the chest. From here, we're just going to inhale, reach it up, pivot the back toes, and come into our warrior two. 90-degree bend through that front knee. See if you can go a little bit lower. The back foot is going to step in like a foot. We're going to straighten through the front leg. On the inhale, we'll pull the front fingertips forward. Exhale, release our body into a triangle pose, trying to stack shoulders and stack hips. Trying to lengthen through that left side. From here, we'll inhale, reach the arms back up. We're gonna pivot the back toes so that they're facing the corner, 45 degrees out. And we're gonna bend into that knee as low as we can into our warrior three. We're gonna interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, pull that fist down, open the chest, and then exhale, dive the chest forward, that right shoulder coming inside of the right knee. That fist is coming overhead. Perfect. From here, we're gonna plant the left hand down, pivot on that back foot, and take this right leg into a tree position in a side plank. So we're in like a fallen tree position. We're gonna exhale, pivot so that we're coming into a plank. We're gonna keep the tree leg if we can. We're gonna exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Trying your best here to keep the legs, but absolutely no worries if you need to come out and meet me at the top. We're just gonna find a hop or two to the top of the mat, and we're gonna inhale, come up into a standing tree. Squeezing the hands, squeezing the legs. Find your balance, find your point of focus. We're gonna release this right knee right in front of us. And then just take our eagle pose, wrapping that right thigh over the left. Maybe the ankle comes around the left shin. Our left hand is coming under the right this time as we interlace the arms and reach the fingertips up. Sink low with the hips. We're gonna inhale, release. Wonderful job. You can shake it out. We're gonna flow it out from here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping it back into plank. Lengthen. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, pull up and open with the chest. Exhale, push it back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep cleansing breath here. So from here, we're gonna take a little bit of a challenge pose, our peak pose, I guess, for the practice. It's called our flying splits. So bear with me, I'm gonna walk through one side here and your best. We're gonna take a down dog. We're gonna inhale, lift the left leg up, and we'll exhale, bend the knee, and we're just gonna bring that knee to almost our shoulder, outside of our left shoulder, or outside of the left tricep, or elbow, wherever you can get it. We're gonna bend through the elbows here. This right elbow is gonna come under the right rib, and the left elbow is gonna support the left knee. And from here, all you have to do is lift the back leg. Let me get into a better position here. So the left knee comes outside of this left arm and you bend it. And then you support the body weight with the right elbow. And you try to balance and lift the back right leg. To make it more of a splits, you can also try extending the left leg that is bent on the elbow. So one more time, I'll go through the left side, bending it, bending, putting that weight on that left elbow, and you can lift the back leg. So it's an arm balance. All of your weight is on your arms here, and you're trying to balance. Let's go ahead and take it to the other side, coming back into our downward facing dog. We're gonna inhale, lift the right leg up, bend that knee, bring it outside of the right arm. Bending the right elbow, you place the right knee right there, kind of get a nice, strong position. The left elbow bends and it's gonna come right under your rib. And we're just gonna balance and lift the back leg off the ground. I'll do the right side one more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Right elbow to right knee. We bend both elbows and then balance. Wonderful. It's a fun pose to play with. So just do your best. No worries if you can't get it. You kind of might have to work up to it a little bit. We're just going to release onto our knees, turn to face the long side of the mat here. We're coming into a frog pose. So if you'd like to just start with your knees wide and toes together, we're going to come to put our hips in line with the knees. Your body is forward, lying down, or maybe lifted. And then if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can take the ankles also in line with the knees, flexing the feet. Letting gravity do the work here, just relax. If you'd like, you can add a little extra stretch, planting the hands and opening the chest. Or you can just come nice and low. Taking a few deep breaths here. We're going to bring the big toes back together and just push our hips back. Coming to a seated pose in your mat. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together, open the knees wide. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, bow forward. Just coming back to the breath, slowing the breath down. We'll inhale, come back up into seated. We're going to lie all the way down, so rounding the spine to ground, hugging the knees into the chest. We'll open the knees, grab the outsides of the feet, and extend into our happy baby. Bringing the feet together, legs together. We'll extend both legs up to the sky. The right leg is going to drop and we pull the left leg a little bit closer to us. Open the left foot out to the side, to the left, opening the hip. And then we'll bring it through center, cross it over the body, open our arms up, and gaze over to the left, taking a deep spinal twist. You can pull that right knee down with the right hand if you want, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Deep breath into the belly. Then we're going to inhale, come back through center. Just switch legs. Left leg extends to the ground. Right leg extends all the way up, and we pull it in towards ourselves. Exhale, we're just going to gently peel open with the right leg out to the side. Inhale, bring that right leg through center. This time we're going to cross it all the way over, extending the right arm out, gazing to the right. From here, we'll inhale, come back through center. Perfect. Hug the knee in, hug both knees in. Planting the hands right under the glutes. We'll extend the legs up straight. We're just going to slowly lower the legs all the way down. As you get down, we'll bend the elbows, pull the chest up, Maybe allow the head to just fall back into our fish pose. Breathing then into the chest. And then we're gonna exhale, release. Open our arms up by our side, our feet relax. We're coming into our final posture, our Shavasana. Welcoming our Shavasana with a nice deep belly breath. Filling the body with air. And slowly releasing, letting go of the face, the shoulders, letting go of any effort to control the breath, taking up space here, long through the spine, allowing your body to come into complete relaxation, just letting go of all that is no longer serving you. Please feel free to stay as long as you like in our Shavasana. I definitely recommend staying a bit longer if you have the time. Otherwise, you can join me if you'd like in closing off the practice, starting with a nice deep inhale and exhale, let it go. Wiggling the fingers and the wrists and the toes. Another deep inhale, stretching the body nice and long. And exhale, rolling onto either side before pushing your way up into an easy seated position. Just giving you some positive energy for your day going forward. It's a beautiful, wonderful day, and you can make whatever out of it you like. One more breath. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center, just bowing to yourself, giving yourself so much thanks and gratitude for all that you've done for your body and mind. I thank you for being here. Such a pleasure practicing with you, and I hope to flow with you again. Namaste.
Ooh, yeah.